Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Titan X pumping like a motherfucker. Oh, lovely, lovely stuff. Popped on a bit early tonight just because I'm sitting here. I'm ready to rock. Had a good day working on diamonds with Rich in Utah, watching all the Titan X charts pump like crazy, and sitting here just out of the sauna. And I thought, you know what? I may as well pop on half an hour early and we can have a look at what's going on out there. If there's anybody in the comments wants to throw in any bullish comments, and we'll just have a little bit of a chat for a while before we dig into what's coming with diamonds tomorrow. As usual, what we've been doing lately, we'll take a look at the Blaze price, we'll take a look at the Blaze auctions, we'll take a look at the sale of diamonds NFT certificates, which actually closes tomorrow when the protocol launches. But woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Finally, great to see some real green candles, some real juicy green candles. I've seen 80% in the day. I've seen 100% in the day. I've seen, anything from freaking 8 all the way up to 102% is what I've seen on the daily in the Titan X ecosystem at the minute. TitanXHub.com bubbles is a beautiful field of green. So dare I say it, how many times have we sat here before saying the bottom is in, we're off to the races now? I mean, it's been a long time we have been saying this. We actually had another low on Titan X just a couple of days ago. It might have even been yesterday. You need to check the chart. But we had, another all-time low on Titan X a few days ago. But the things we've all been, all the reasons we as builders have stuck around building, as community members have stuck around creating content, as participants in the ecosystem have held our bags and not sold. This is exactly what we were doing it for. All this kind of stuff. We've endured everything, but we've been waiting for alt season to come. Dare I say it? Is it here? Who knows? I don't want to get too excited yet because it's been slapped back many times. But buying burns burning, new protocols launching, builders. We actually haven't even seen the launch of the Orin LP today. Massive participation at the weekend. Was it the weekend? I'm getting lost in days here. What night did we all sit here? Last Thursday, Shadowy launched Orin. Almost $3.5 million came in to mint Orin, and that LP was supposed to go live today. So look, an absolute shit ton of things happening in the Titan X ecosystem. Dragon X has fired on the Titan X buy and stake. And from that, everything is absolutely pumping today. We have seen the bonded liquidity in action many times before, but there's charts here in the ecosystem with very few buys on their charts are getting pulled up 30, 40, even 50%, with very few buys and just those pumps on the coins that they're built on top of. So this is an indication of the potential exciting times to come and what we've all been here waiting for. Finally. Superb stuff. So hopefully we will see. I don't know whether this will spark the return of Jake. Who knows? Hopefully it does. We'll not talk about buying burns and activating buying burns and all this kind of stuff, but you can see at the minute what a little bit of ETH buying up Titan X can do for hype and price. Still maybe a little bit early, but I've heard some interesting theories being bandied about Telegram this week as well. Peter from Eros kind of saying, Jake's probably going to fire on the buying burn. Here's this was quite a good point actually. Here's a reality. Everybody, we've all been sitting here, buying up, buying bottoms, building on bottoms. Once you fire the buying burn up, the Titan X buying burn, fire it up, you pump it 2 or 3x. You know, if we wait for new people to come in and buy the bottoms, or new people to come in, they're the ones who get the gains and sell. We've got a whole community of diamond hand holders in the ecosystem at the minute. It's funny to see, a lot of the coins haven't dumped much for months now. And you look at the number of holders, the number of holders hasn't been going down. Even though things have been dumping, most of the community are still here, still holding their coins and just waiting, because they know whenever alt season really starts to kick off, there is serious firepower in this ecosystem. And you can look at Hex and Pulse Chain community and how awesome they are and how hard they work for their bags and all this stuff. But look what we've got here as well. I'm all about Pulse Chain too, but in the Titan-X ecosystem, look at all the content creators we have, look at all the builders we have, and we have a lot of people here that work very, very hard for the ecosystem. A lot of people here that never, ever give up. And yeah, this is just a little taste of what is to come. So let's have a quick look at the bubbles today, because it has been a long time since we've seen bubbles as big as this. And look, Titan-X is only up something like 30% on the day. We already have some yeets coming into sale. There's already some people taking profits on their let's see what let's get it up and have a look. There's already people feeling the need to take profits on the slate pump on Titan-X. Come on, folks. Let the thing rip. Let the thing rip. Bubbles. Woo! Look at that. Absolutely awesome. Let me just move this screen a little bit so I can see it a bit better myself. But yeah, look at that. Absolutely awesome to see. We get a lot of days where there are green bubbles and big green bubbles across, but to get a day where nearly everything is nearly everything is in green like this, and even by you probably can't see those. Hydra 90%, BB Dragon X 56%, Fleur 28%, Element 280, 52%, Morpheus 56%, even Flux, even the world famous and loved Flux, up 45% on the day there. One of my favorite projects, Ascend 53%, our own project Blaze up 32%. So even Helios taking a good run on it today, up nearly 60%. So happy times across the whole ecosystem. And I wonder what the chat is, if Oren is launching the ALP today. Not quite sure. We've got a visitor here. Utah Crypto. How's it going?
Yo. Well, it's going pretty damn good. Holy shit, man, that happened fast. So before I forget, I just wanted to announce that the main chat is open for Titan-X. I opened it back up. A bunch of mods reappeared and said, let's do it. And we think we can handle the bot thing and let's go. So I opened it up, and I'm happy that I opened it up, actually. It's fun, man, when everything's pumping, everybody's in there having a good time.
It's fun when everything's pumping.
It is.
I know it is. So look, folks, you heard it there. We have been here trying to keep the positivity alive in the doldrums for a freaking year. A year we've been fighting and trying to keep the spirits alive. And it even came to a point in the ecosystem where the Titan-X main chat had to get shut down because everybody gone. The only people in there were bots attacking. It had to even get closed down. But look, Utah's been able to open it up again. The Titan-X main Telegram chat is open for business. So keep the vibes real. Keep the vibes positive.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Oh, brilliant. Love it. Hey, that's nice to see. Nice to see some real green, not just green bubbles, but big juicy ones.
Yeah, that low liquidity across the entire ecosystem. It didn't take much, did it, to get it ripping again? Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it didn't take much at all. And that yeah, and again, I was just saying before you popped on the bonded liquidity, showing the bonded liquidity in action. Some of the coins that are pumping, even 50%, the volume on them is tiny.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to move this entire ecosystem. So yeah, it's exciting, man. We've earned some of this, man. Holy shit, it's been tough, man.
But let's see. Look, we've already got some yeeters yeeting the Titan X chart. Titan X is probably one of the lower numbers of the day, 28% at the minute. But people are already freaking selling into a 30% pump. Come on, guys, come on. Although people are probably buying this, people probably bought quite heavy in this low, and people just taking profits.
Yeah, it's kind of a danger, when everything else is down and your eco starts pumping. Because if you're the first one to pump, then people want to maybe rotate out and to jump into something that isn't pumped. But we're so far down, it might not be a risk. Let me pull up some comments. Yo, Chief, what's up, buddy? Hopley, what's up?
Yo, Hopley, how's it going, man?
We are so fucking back, Tom.
Let's just hope it's not the fucking meme. We are so back, it's so over. Let's just hope it's we are back and that's it.
Keto.
Yo, Keto, how's it going? Can anybody pop in the chat? I haven't seen if there's any update as to when that Oran LP is getting launched. Has anybody seen an actual time that that's happening?
I haven't. I've been popping in and out, but I haven't really seen anything. So if anybody's watching and you're in the ORX chat, pop in here and give us an update if you want.
Blaze led the charge on these green bubbles. Absolutely. We've been on a rip for 3 weeks. In fairness, let's have a quick nosy and see just what, because, people, the coins, we've been popping for a few weeks already, obviously with anticipation of diamonds launching. But if we have a look at what we're up off the bottom, because again, we topped 28 cents about 2 weeks ago. Oh, back here. Sorry, can you see that? Can you see that in my screen? Yeah, we popped up the, what was it, 28? Yeah, we tapped 28, almost 29. Today, we're touching nearly 34 cents. So off the bottom, when we announced the Diamond NFTs mint down here at 5 cents, yeah, we're up a 6.5x. 6.5x off the bottom. And there were people, you had time. This is the crazy thing. When you look at this chart, you had about a week, 2 weeks at this level. People were buying and scooping up some supply, because even at that stage, we had been talking about diamonds for weeks and weeks ahead of that. So exciting times, exciting times. Speaking of that, Richie's in the building. Richie, Rich. He must be he must be traveling again.
Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, I'm still at work actually.
Still at work. You'll be quitting the day job again soon.
That would be sweet.
That would be sweet. Like, yeah, here's the keys to the truck. I'm out of here, guys.
Somebody's got to keep the lights on while we were in the doldrums.
Yeah. So, yeah, somebody stick it in the chat. I'd love to see, because the Oran LP, it's a big. I want that thing to come out and launch and just see how it performs. And then we got, because we've got fireworks happening here today, and with the Bamburn, Dragon X Bamburn getting fired up. Something that sat for a long, long time. I've seen an Ether, somebody sharing a screenshot of Etherscan. It was something like 370 days ago, the last time there was any that there was any Titan X bought and burnt from that particular contract. So to see such a massive gap, and we all know what's been happening in the last 370 odd days, has been pretty much down only. So we've got Dragon X firing up, we've got Blaze been on pumping, we've got Diamond NFTs selling like hotcakes. We have $3.3 million coming into the Oran Mint last week. We have the LP getting launched today. Tomorrow we have the release of Diamonds. So there is a shit ton of stuff happening in the ecosystem right now. What do you think, guys?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. It's like the perfect storm's coming together right now. Launching with a tailwind can't be bad, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was at work today, so I wasn't able to focus on how it developed, but I would have wished I could have seen what was happening beforehand.
Well, it happened in about, oh, it didn't take long.
Yeah,
Everything went green real quick.
Real quick. In fairness, I seen messages saying the ban burn's been activated, the Dragon X ban burn's been activated. I saw a few sort of buys going in on the Titan X chart, and then again I was away from the computer for about 2 hours and came back, and it was like, whoa, holy shit! Again, like I say, some stuff's already starting to pull back a little bit. This Hydra bubble hit 102%. Ascendant, it's at 47 now. I think that went up and tapped something like 70. Same thing for Morpheus. I think it pumped all the way up to 70 or 80% in the daily. So everything has pulled back a little tiny bit. Maybe that was a few really big buys coming in to help send it up like that.
Don't know.
Don't know.
It's that low liquidity, man, and the bonding. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome when it's going in the right direction. Pretty rough when it's going in the other direction.
Yeah, because some of these BOT coins, the liquidity pairs did get, they still are. Don't get me wrong, they still are very, very small. And all we need is the likes of this. All we need is the likes of Titan X just getting a little bit of pumpage. It just pulls everything with it. So we've been saying for months and months on this channel, probably the guts of 6 months. We've been telling people, that to not write off any of the coins in the ecosystem. We have our favorites, obviously, but we have been saying, scooping up 1% of some of these BOT coins was very, very cheap then. And yes, it's only maybe some of these coins are close to doing, 50% here today, but this is only the start of what's capable. And still a lot of these things are still very, very cheap for, a whale size bag. If all this stuff starts to pump, 10, 20 more X's than that, these 1% bags that seem cheap at the minute or risky, could pay off massively. Not financial advice, obviously not financial advice, but some of these things, even that I have bought at the lows, are looking pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just the other day, you grab Inferno. What was it? It was like $32 for $1 billion or something, $34, something like that. Now it's already 57.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, hopefully everybody starts coming back in the community,
The moment we've all been waiting for.
Yeah. Where's Jake at? You reckon it's going to bring Jake out of the woodwork?
Not yet.
That's what I said at the start. I don't think yet. I don't think he's quite. It's going to. This is not going to be enough to pull him out of the woodwork. I don't think.
I think you need to see some Ethereum, 5K.
Yeah.
To really confirm that we're, see some Bitcoin dominance dropping, and there's BTC chart going up, and I've seen a couple of these things happening ever so slightly. It's kind of like alt season is bubbling under the surface, and yeah, I mean, we got rate cuts coming. It looks like it's shaping up, man. It looks like it's shaping up.
And what about and obviously I'm not in the States, and you hear and see things posted on Twitter, and you don't know if it's actually news in America or not. But what is the crack with Trump giving everybody $2,000? Is that a load of bullshit, or is that did somebody in the White House actually say that?
No, he said it, and he wants to do it. I don't know if he'll be able to or not, but man, if we get that, oh shit.
Where are you sticking? Okay, if right now, if somebody handed you a free $2,000 check and said, "There you go. What are you buying?" With two, and it's all in on one thing. What are you buying?
Blaze.
Blaze.
I'm going in all in on diamonds.
Yeah, market buy the diamonds launch tomorrow.
Yeah.
I suppose there's no other choice really at this minute in time for us. I'd be saying the same. Probably, probably, yeah. If Blaze had any sort of pullback at all, I'd be throwing my $2,000 straight at it in anticipation for the diamond launch. Because once you've got the Blaze, you're always ready. You're going to always ready to be always ready to participate in diamonds. All you need to do is find the ETH to match it, but you've already got the Blaze, hopefully at a low price.
Yeah, that was a trick question though, because you told me only on one. So it's either Blaze and Ethereum to go into diamonds, or I just buy diamonds. That was a trap. Look at what Daniel says. Check the saunas.
Yeah, I've got a sauna in the house here, and today was the first time I've used it in about 4 months. It was fucking epic.
Wow. That's nice, man.
Hey guys, I'll be back in a minute. I got to go check on something real quick.
You know what, you're making a lot of background noise here. What the hell are you at?
Yeah, I gotta go. That's why I'm at work.
Okay.
Bye.
Right. Bye.
All right, what's Hoppy saying? There should be 100 people in here. People aren't aware of what's coming. There should be a lot more than 100 people in here. But look, it doesn't matter. They will come. We have built it, and they will come. Even Mike Dean coming back out of retirement, so to speak, and streaming with us at the weekend. I think it's Peter from Eros. I don't know if you guys have seen him kicking about all over the place. But he shared a post on X saying that we did a 90-minute stream with Mike Dean, and there was no comments on his channel, zero. That just shows you how many people are watching, paying attention at this minute in time. But look, we've seen this even today. Sometimes when we pop these streams up at the minute, it takes us, maybe 20 minutes or so to get new people coming in, tuning in. We hit 70 people watching within the first couple of minutes here tonight. So that's a sign of things to come.
Yep. People love green candles.
Yep.
And if you're holding in this ecosystem, yeah, you really, really love green candles, because we took some lumps for sure.
Let's have a quick nosy. Again, Titan X. I mean, it didn't take much there, did it? So it's still fucking pulling back. We're still getting people selling. What have we got? $6,000. Somebody sold $6,000, 5K. Few buys going in. But like fucking hell, give it a chance. Give it a fucking chance to pump.
Yeah, there's gonna be quite a resistance on the way, bit of resistance on the way up, because some people are just done, bro. And as soon as they get anything, they'll just split, and that's fine. But why would you split right now, man?
Yeah, I mean, and even if you look at something, if you look at what are you going to sell here to go somewhere else? I mean, yeah, maybe some other people see better opportunities elsewhere outside this ecosystem. I don't at this minute in time. Maybe Mr. Prover or ProveX over on Pulse Chain, if you feel like throwing money into another sacrifice. We'll not get into that. We'll not get into that tonight. But
man,
I dare say we're going to have to have a pretty long, deep conversation about that on the stream some night. What have we got? Tom is saying here, I saw a post. You bet 2K on Trump giving out 2K stimulus, you walk away with 16K profit. Brilliant. Love it. It's kind of, is it worth the 2K? Or would you be better off if you did have 2K to bet now just use it to buy something else? But seems like a decent bet for nothing.
Yeah, I got good friends of mine messaging me right now. Any particular reason why Titan X is pumping? Yeah, everybody's just like, touching grass, living their lives. So lock in, motherfuckers. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, let's keep let's keep the vibes going here. We'll play one of my favorite Diamond songs. Young Stunner's been banging out videos every single day for 33 days straight about diamonds, but this is my particular favorite.
Down in the crypto holler, there's a gem called Diamond Bright. 4 ways to join the fun, each one standing on its own right. Pick 1, 2, 3, or all, no strings to tie 'em tight. Check the white paper for details, it'll set you straight tonight. Oh, diamonds, shiny diamonds, independent as can be. Mix 'em up or pick a favorite, works for you and me. Diamonds, shiny diamonds, easy ways to win the game. Yeehaw, grab you, holler out the Diamond's name. On 10, 20, 225, store opens wide. Buy diamond certificates, we're here to hold them with pride. Earn these rewards every 28 days, steady as the tide. As long as you keep them NFTs, the goodies keep on coming inside. Oh, diamonds, shiny diamonds, independent as can be. Mix them up or pick your favorite, what's for you and me. Diamonds, shiny diamonds, easy ways to win the game. Yeehaw, grab you, holler out the Diamond's name.
Yeehaw! It's because the Titan X number 5 on Ethereum at this minute in time. Look at that, number 5. Last I looked, it was at number 8. Let me see that. Okay, it was at number 8. Number 5 on Ethereum. Lovely, freaking beautiful. Let's get a quick look at ETHChain. See where it's showing up on the list. Actually, Titan X. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful. There to see. And ETH is the same as it's been. I remember looking at this. Last year when we were all pumping. We had Volt in there. We had Dragon X in there. We had Inferno in there. Who else? I think at one stage there was 4 coins from Titan X. Dragon X, Titan X, Volt, Inferno. Yeah, 4 coins all inside. I think the top 30 was as good as it got. Having 4 all in there at that time. We've got Dragon X at number 13. We've got ORX at number 16. So, and when you look, and it's the same now, when you look at all the other crap, this is what I'm talking about. If you get $2,000 or if you're selling Titan X now to go and place it somewhere else, when you look down at what else there is on Ethereum performing, there's very, very few DeFi protocols. Look, Taurus is there as well. Taurus number 39. So, the ecosystem is doing extremely well, even with just this little pump. Like even Hex is way down there, number 77. So, yeah, whenever this thing really gets cooking, it's just a bunch of fucking meme coins. It's just a bunch of meme coins that are not going to be here to stay. A lot of these ones are going to be come and go. So Weaponhead posted that incentive fee to trigger ban burn are pretty high. Yeah, I've seen that. I'll shout out to everybody, just let you know. On the Dragon X site, when you're calling the ban burn, like all ban burns, there is an incentive fee. A lot of the time, I'm not sure whether Eric has a key to change that or not. Looking at it now, he possibly does, and he set the incentive quite high. So, you pull that transaction, there is a $25 bonus for the person that pulls the trigger on the ban burn. The incentive fee is there for the taking. So a nice little touch for people that do go in and pull that trigger. I think it's set for half an ETH every hour, something like that. Hopefully that just runs. Hopefully that just runs for the next. I was looking at it going, I was thinking it needs to all the Titan X need to get staked for Dragon X in the next 140 days, something like that. So I don't know how long at that rate it can actually burn for. I need to go in and check the amounts, but yeah. Daniel West, I fucking love that banger. Yeah, me too. That's my favorite Young Stunners one that he's created of late. But yeah, there's so much dirt. With just this little bit of a pump, he's like Titan X hitting number 5 is pretty good, pretty damn good. What do you think, Utah?
Well, I think it's a good tailwind to launch into. What do you think?
Yeah, okay. I mean, having been here as a builder for all this time, I've seen many builders decide to launch projects. You put so much time and effort into building a protocol. You've spent all your time, money, effort building, and you're excited about getting something out. And it's kind of like, do you know what? Some people have made maybe not the best decisions to launch when they did, and to the detriment, not the detriment, but yeah, the protocols could have performed much better if there was some sort of tailwind. Now, again, that said, you would have been waiting a very long time to launch if you're waiting for these kind of conditions. But Rich Landon, we've had this discussion for diamonds many times over the last few months. Whenever Rich was kind of looking to get this thing out, the very first kind of launch date was going to be in September. And then September kind of got through August, getting closer to September. It was like, right, okay, we're not going to get this thing out. And then there was no real panic at that time. There was no real need to push it. There's no need to force it and get it out. So it's just like, what, take our time, let time tick on, to see where we are in a few weeks, and make a few tweaks to the contract, have a few more conversations. And each time you had more conversations, you could tweak the protocol a little before putting final touches in. And then it was like, right, let's get it out on the anniversary, 28th of October. And then even at that point, even at the start of October, it was like, well, look, it's still all a bit of a rush. And then Rich did just 11-11 is quite important to him. I'm sure maybe people have heard him kind of give his little story as to why 11-11 is important to him. But he's like, you know what? We're just going to fucking set the date, 11-11, and we're going to run with it. It looks like all season's coming. It looks like there could be some sort of reversal. So I'm willing to just go for this. Pick this date, 11-11. It feels 100% right for me. So no matter what state we're in, whatever's happening, let's aim for that date. And that decision was made a month ago. And I hope, because I've seen a lot of things not quite work out the way they deserve to, in my opinion. And hopefully for Rich and Diamonds, this is the perfect time to be launching. Everybody wants to launch at the bottom of a parabolic run. So hopefully that could be it for this for Diamonds launching tomorrow.
Yeah, and not to mention we got a 100-day runway for miners to mature. So there's a little bit of time there, and I mean, miners mature on the 2nd of or February 19th. So I mean, you think we're not going to be in an altcoin season by then? Some kind of altcoin season. I strongly believe we will be. Everything's starting to line up. So
the one thing is, I'll hit back on that, Utah, and you say about we've got a 100-day runway with this. Yes, all miners are they all start at 100 days, but I really can see the opportunity for early claims, the way the protocol is built, and if the market starts pumping and pulling coins up with it, Diamonds is going to be paired with X28. We see any sort of ripping on Titan X and X28. There's going to be a lot of potential for people to early claim. But I suppose the point you're kind of saying is that it doesn't really matter if we're waiting for alt season to come and it doesn't happen for a while. There is a 100-day grace period there that you can kind of just sit and let your miners earn your diamond mines earn money.
Yeah, I mean, that's worst case scenario. I don't know if anybody's going to go max term. I don't know. I don't know if anybody will, because there's a lot of different things you can do with these tokens, but you got to get your hands on them first. So, yeah.
I'm just keeping an eye on all the charts just to see if anything starts dropping or if what starts dropping most. It's just keeping a close eye on it here. But cheers for tuning in again tonight, Sparky. What's up, Blaze? We are we're blazing up here, loving life, and feeling positive vibes all around the place. Rich is going to kill it. He absolutely is. I mentioned this. We've been streaming like absolute demons of late, but I mentioned this last night, and Rich isn't here, so I'll say it again. But Rich has been. You'll have heard him say before that he's invested in every single coin in the ecosystem when they launched. He has participated in all these different BOT protocols. He knows a lot of them inside out. And I'm very strongly, maybe this is a bad thing sometimes for crypto, but I'm very much of the opinion that if you get into a coin and it is one of your main picks, that you know, work for your freaking bags. If there's a community, add value to that community. So Rich was one of the biggest players and stakers in Blaze back in the day. And like everybody else, he had a choice to sit on his hands. He's got a few diamond hand tickets and ETH coming to him from the protocol, all the Blaze payout pools, and then in that big 888-day payout pool in Blaze. But he didn't just sit and do nothing about it. Blaze, you know, you've seen what was happening with Blaze over the last few months. Me and Utah bought the rest of the team out because things were just dire. Just dire. But in the meantime, Rich had seen that if he wanted his bags to perform well, that he would have to step up and build. He have to step up and build a protocol. And he has been in the hardest possible time. You all watching know how difficult it's been to sit and watch your bags, to watch a community that was a community of unity and all the builders working together, community working together, Jake coming on streams, everything real rosy. And we all know how difficult it's been. And I have wavered at times in certain things, but Rich, in putting this Diamonds protocol together, had a vision, had a goal, and fucking hell, that boy stuck to it. There was so many times I was surprised going, you know, I wanted to encourage him as much as possible, but there were times when I was going, this guy's fucking bonkers, building this thing right at this minute in time, putting all this money in, because he has not spurred a penny anywhere in the dev fees, in the marketing, in the creating content, even paying for the guys Dukes and Keto to create more data and simulators for the protocol. It's unbelievable that he's just been unwavering in his ability to just keep a focus on the goal, keep building, keep adding, and not worry about all the shit that's going on in the background. What do you think about that, Utah? Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I mean, when Rich approached me with an idea, you know, I mean, it was a while ago. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then being able to bring him on the team, like, there's not a better fit, I don't think, for our team, because he always loved Blaze and was such a big supporter of Blaze, and he has an interest in Blaze because, you know, he's a big staker, diamond hand ticket holder. So, man, love having him on board. And, you know, Titan XOG, he's been around here. You've been around here. I've been around here. I mean, Blaze what was Blaze, like 5 cents not that long ago?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago. Unfortunately, whenever we kind of took over, we had a like 3-4 week period, maybe a little bit longer, where the hype was coming, we were getting everything going. You know, this was even before we brought Rich into the team. Everything was going well, and then again we had another downturn. Titan X started dumping, and we had another 2 to 3 weeks of down only, and actually hit another all-time low three weeks ago. And that's what I'm saying. It was around that time as well that Rich was still pumping more money in to build diamonds, and we were starting to stream twice a week, 3 times a week, and nobody was even tuning in. This is one of those Saturday streams. There was like 50 people showed up in 2 hours. Fucking desperate.
Man, it's hard too. It's hard to keep going, you know, when you just feel like you're not doing any good and nobody's listening and prices are down and everybody's, you know, trashed. It's kind of hard to keep going. But, you know, Blaze, Blaze is an awesome protocol, but it had a couple strikes against it. Well, market conditions overall, right? We all thought we'd already be sailing on yachts by now, so alt season has been delayed big time. But the price of Ethereum underperformed so badly. And Ethereum's a main component of Blaze, not to mention, Titanx price going down. So kind of had everything going against it, but I've always believed in Blaze. I love Blaze. It's an amazing protocol, really. And now all it needed was something to drive demand, and now we got it. So, I feel really good about diamonds and Blaze right now.
Yeah. Okay. So Titanx, just looking there. Titanx down 10% in the last hour. Come on, people, behave yourselves. Behave yourselves. Yeah. Look at that. Let's see. Down 10% in the last hour. Although look at the volume. The volume is kicked up massively. 336k volume today. Lovely. Love it. Just great to see that little bit of hype return. Price will follow. Remember, this isn't even Titanx Bamburn hasn't even touched or looked at yet. So a lot more to come in the ecosystem. I just wanted to take a quick look at because we're talking about diamonds and Blaze. You mentioned about having utility. This is what's happening when there is a new use case for Blaze. It did get a little bit of a sell-off in that pump last week, and people taking profits. With a little bit of a downturn, which is to be expected because we launched the NFTs. We launched the NFTs 3 weeks ago. That's when we had this week run up. People finally realizing this thing was real. This thing was happening. NFTs were selling. Money is getting added to the Bamburn for a project that hasn't even launched. And like I say, people maybe speculating a little bit. Or we did see some long-term holders selling into this pump and leaving, which is fine. You kind of want to see the back of people who are going to sell along all their bags along the way, people that aren't believers or sold out in this little bit of a pump. But yeah, this last week again, just climbing up a little bit every single day. And that is 100% people getting ready for the launch of diamonds tomorrow. So this is the kind of thing that Rich has been bringing with the diamonds protocol, adding a new utility to Blaze, and it's having an effect on the chart without doubt.
Yeah, can you pull up the diamonds NFT page?
Yep. All right, so just this is the Diamonds Lab. This is Diamonds DApp, folks. This is going live tomorrow at 2 p.m. UTC. This protocol launches at 2 p.m. UTC tomorrow. What time is that for you in your part of the world, Utah?
I think it's 8 a.m.
Yeah, so UK and Ireland. Are you sure it's 8 a.m.? UK and Ireland, it's 2 p.m. And in Europe, that should be 3 p.m. in Europe, the rest of Europe.
Oh, I think it's 7. I think you guys are 7 hours different. Man, it gets so hard to track with daylight savings and all this shit. I'll have to look it up on my phone, but it might be 7 a.m. my time.
Yeah, there's a countdown anyway. When you click into the NFT page, there is a countdown. So this was the original countdown. This wasn't even set for the launch of the protocol. I think this was just fired up, going right. We'll aim for that. The 11/11. We'll shut the half price NFTs, or we'll double the price of the NFTs on this date. Everybody will have 3 weeks to get in to the protocol early by minting these NFTs. And so it turns out that this countdown actually runs and coincides with the launch of the protocol tomorrow. So whatever that is for wherever you are in the world, in 15 hours and 38 minutes, Diamonds protocol on Ethereum and Titanx will go live. Just a bit of a heads up, there's probably going to be about a space of about 2 hours where the dev's going to start launching contracts at somewhere around 12 o'clock, because there's a lot to this. You can see when you look at the top here, all this stuff has there's a lot of code. There's six different parts of this thing. that do require different contracts to be launched. So we're anticipating that taking a couple of hours to get through everything, the LP creation, the whole lot. So, but the DAP, this is all going to happen from about 12 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to be getting everything set up, everything ready to launch. And then this DAP, where you can come and interact with all the features, will go live. So at the minute, the only thing we've had working for the last 3 weeks is and this will look different tomorrow. This has all been redesigned. Looks a little bit well, it looks a lot better than this, the actual DAP, but all the same functions. You hover over the different buildings, the diamond crusher, the piles of diamonds. All these things are going to bring you to different parts of the protocol. So into the NFTs. What were you going to mention here about the NFTs, Utah?
Oh, I just wanted to see where we were at. Holy shit, 1267, 17.3 ETH, and there's still time. Nice. And that's straight buy pressure. When people mint those certificates, there's no Genesis, there's no anything. That's 100% buy pressure.
Yep. So that's and again, obviously when the protocol launches, there are a couple of different ways that the buy and burn will get filled up. It's going to stake and blaze, and a part of that stake will go to the buy and burn. But also the continuing NFTs will any sales of NFTs will add to the buy and burn. So this is what's going to be sitting there just before the protocol launches. Let's see. It's showing there 17 ETH. So 61K of a buy and burn, which when you look at some figures might not seem like a lot of money, but remember, this is before we even launch the thing. And this is ETH. So ETH goes up in price. This goes up in price. Hold on 1 second. It's going to be on an 8K liquidity pool. So there's going to be when the LP goes live tomorrow, there's going to be about 4 grand's worth of X28 paired with 4 grand of diamonds. So it's when you look at the ratios, it's a 62 grand buy and burn now on an 8K liquidity pool. So we do expect to see some activity on that chart in the early days. Utah, what do you think?
Oh, for sure. I mean, where's the sell pressure going to come from? Nobody has any tokens.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well. This is what like people, and I don't blame them for not paying attention. But there's so many awesome features. Look, we've got a buy and burn built up in this thing. Now, when you get a buy and burn built up, people who usually have tokens or something that they get back for the money that they've put in, but there's that nobody gets this comes in, the ETH comes in, and when you get your diamond hand certificates, you don't get any diamond tokens. All you get is a share, which is a good thing. You get a share of the specific payout pool for the NFT holders. So although we've got 61K on day one, there's no sell pressure. There's no sell pressure from this money that is already in the system.
No, and those certificates can continue to be minted. They don't end. It's just the 50% off deal ends. And so people can continue to mint those certificates and get a share of that pool, but yet you have no tokens that you can dump. So
Yep.
It's just straight buy pressure, no Genesis, no tokens to dump. I mean, this thing's got pumpamentals. You know,
Yeah,
if you haven't looked into it, you should probably look into it because this thing is literally coded to pump.
Not financial advice, Utah, not financial advice. Let's see. There's Tom saying, think Eric deactivated the buy and burn already. Maybe, I don't know, not looking into it. I could see a scenario where you start to buy and burn, and if motherfuckers start to sell straight into it, just switch it off again. I could see that. It's a reality. We got, you see that if there is a dump on Titan X already, let's see, it's getting any worse. No, we'll look at that after. We'll look at that after. No point in getting bearish. No point in looking at bad things.
Yeah, it just blows my mind. Like, welcome to a Jeter cycle. Anything, man. They'll take anything. They love to sell. It blows my mind, really.
I actually, we covered. We've been streaming a lot lately, and I covered all this. We did a stream last night with Jukes, looking at all the things that Rich is commissioning those guys to build as additional ways for participants in Diamonds to get data. But I went on a rant last night, of how epic some of the deals in the Diamonds protocol are at the minute. And again today, look, the reality is this countdown timer was set. We've been offering these NFTs at half price at 0.014 ETH, $50 each of ETH, right? And what they get you is a share of everybody who holds Diamond certificate NFTs gets a share of the 28-day pool payout, Ethereum payout pool in the Diamonds protocol. Now, what that is, 80% of the Blaze that comes in to Diamonds gets max staked, taken off the market. And this is the pump built into Blaze with this thing that any Blaze that comes in, 80% of it gets max staked for 2,888 days. A portion of that will then, 80% of that, the payouts from the Blaze stake will go to people who hold Diamond certificate NFTs. So if you mint an NFT, you will get Ethereum every 28 days in the Diamonds protocol. And that obviously will depend on how much comes into the system, how much ends up in that pool, and how many NFTs you have will determine how much share of the pool you get. But the massive, massive thing here, and we've touched on this, sometimes you say these things so many times, you feel like not saying them again, that you're repeating yourself too much. But this needs to be stated again because it ends in 15 hours. And this is a deal that is going to be gone forever. Okay, so if you mint 28 of the NFTs, I know that seems like quite a lot, but if you mint 28 of the NFTs, let's see. And this was always coded into the Blaze contracts before Blaze, whenever Blaze launched way back over 500 days ago. There was going to be a contract where if you, we launch in the future an NFT contract and you mint 28, it will get you a ticket into the Blaze 888 Diamond Hand Club. So if you mint 28, the cost of that is $1,388 as of right now. Okay, so whenever you mint 28, obviously that's going to get you a share of Ethereum every 28 days from the Diamonds protocol. But right at this minute in time, it also will get you a Diamond Hand ticket. And a Diamond Hand ticket at the minute is worth, I'm going to say it's worth about $950. That's a bit of a stab in the dark, but it was 962 earlier today. So you get this Ethereum payout, one of these tickets, a share of this $450,000 of Ethereum on day 888. Now, with Diamonds launching and bringing more activity into Blaze, this is just going to continually put more funds into this pool. So the pool will grow in value. Every time somebody participates in Blaze, it puts more Ethereum into this pool. So it will grow. Ethereum, if we're going to have an alt season, is going to grow. So even at today's value, you spend $1,400 on 28 tickets, 28 NFTs, you're going to get your share, which is worth about $950 as of today in this pool. And then the absolute kicker on this is Blaze. So every 888 days in Blaze. So every day somebody puts money into Blaze, money goes in, a portion of that goes into the 888-day payout pool. And the only people that get that payout are people with Diamond Hand tickets. Okay. Now, here's the real kicker. If you mint 28 NFTs, not only does it get you a ticket in this pool, when we tick over to the next 888 pool and this resets, the number of people in the pool resets. So all the people, the nearly 455 people who got into this through staking Blaze tokens, need to find another 4,000 Blaze tokens and put them in. But if you still hold the 28 NFTs that you have minted Now, when we tick over to the next pool, you'll be able to claim another ticket into the next pool for free. So, and that'll be, who knows where we'll be at the end of another 888 cycle, but it actually gets you a ticket into every future 888 day pool in the Blaze protocol. So I think it's a pretty whopping deal. And look, it's gone, folks. It's gone. We've been screaming about this we've been screaming out this for 3 weeks. We've been talking about this on streams. 3 weeks we've been covering this. Enough people have listened to us that there's been 1,267 NFTs mint. That's $61,000 people have thrown at these NFTs. That is a total of 41 Blaze Diamond Hand tickets. So it's added about 10% to the total number of tickets in that pool, which isn't a lot of dilution. And it's going to bring in a lot more money into all the Blaze payout pools whenever Diamonds launches. Anything else you want to mention on all that, Utah, or does anybody have any questions? Feel free to put them in the chat. I think it's pretty clear. It's a fucking cracking deal today.
Yeah. And I mean, with the ETH that we're bringing into the Blaze protocol, anybody that's staked with tokens is getting every payout pool, right? Not just the Diamond Hands. So with the ETH that we're bringing in, we're trying to fill up all the payout pools for everybody that's got tokens staked in the Blaze protocol. So get these payments going regularly again.
Yeah, so because that is one of the awesome things about Diamonds is that yes, it's its own protocol and it's built to help Blaze, and it certainly does help Blaze. But it doesn't. It'll do its own thing, but it really does kick a lot back to the people that are already in Blaze without extracting or detracting anything from the Diamonds protocol.
Yeah, it can run standalone. It doesn't need Blaze. But the way that they help each other is absolutely beautiful. I love it. But yeah, Diamonds has some serious tokenomics. It really does.
That's just mad. I just want to check something else quickly. This isn't another important part. Is if you watch this stream and you're going to get behind us and you're going to mint 28 NFTs, you think we are offering a great deal, $1,389. There's already been enough Diamond Certificate NFTs minted to claim 41 Diamond Hand tickets. Now, how many have we actually added? So let me get my calculator out. In fact, I can do that on screen. 55. There's only been 25 claimed. So there were 455 Diamond Hand tickets before we launched this. So we've only added 25. But the reality of it is, if you look on the Diamonds DApp, it's showing that there's a total 41 can be claimed. So there's 16 Diamond Hand tickets that have been minted and are able to be claimed, but have not been claimed yet. So if you have minted 28, make sure you go to the Blaze protocol. Make sure you go to the tools Diamond Hand Club. When you connect your wallet, this will ask you to check eligibility. If you click check, if you've minted 28, it will tell you, or multiples of 28, it will tell you how many tickets you have available. And then you have to click participate. When you click participate, the number 1 or whatever it is will show up here. And this will tick up the 481. So look, like I said, there's 16 people or 16 tickets still unclaimed. Now, you have until day 888 to claim them, but just it could be one of them things where you kind of forget. And you forget somebody with a load of money forgets all about it and doesn't claim their Diamond Hand ticket and thinks they're just going to have this share here. Because if it was to tick over and you hadn't claimed the ticket, now that's a good bit away, but it would be pretty devastating. Because ETH could be worth 3.5K now. What if ETH in a year's time and this pool ticks over? What if it is worth $15 per ETH? And that Diamond Hand ticket that's worth $1,000 now ends up at worth, 5, 6, 6K. Who knows? Maybe more if Diamonds is successful in bringing in a shit ton of activity to the Blaze auctions every day.
So what are you going through now?
Let's see. So that was the main thing, that one of the main things I wanted to cover on the stream here tonight. Diamonds launching tomorrow at 2 p.m. UTC. There's a ban burn there ready. The LP will be formed probably before this page goes live at 2 p.m. UTC. If people are inclined to want to you try and market buy on the launch and compete, but the ecosystem, the Titan X ecosystem, have got very good at not, trying to get into LPs really, really early because of the sniper bots. We've seen coins launch. Nobody really in the community go in to try and market buy straight away. And then some of these bots then and snipers have had to sell for a loss. So just if you're, we're going to put a tweet out with all the information, but if you're looking, you'll need to pay close attention for the formation of the LP if you're looking to market buy before this thing goes live, because as part of the process of launching this thing, the LP will be formed before this DApp goes live. If you're going to participate in the DApp, technically there is no real rush. The first day, you want to get your miners in, you're going to have plenty. You've got 24 hours. Now, I will say this, they are time stamped. So in Blaze, when you participate in the auction takes over at this minute in time at 9:40 a.m. in the UK. If you come in 2 minutes before the end of the auction and put a bid in Blaze, when the auction takes over to the next day, you can immediately claim. Everybody that's participated the previous 24 hours can claim their tokens and sell them in diamonds. Now, this is not the auction part. This is the mining of diamonds. Every day, you start a miner in diamonds tomorrow. You have to wait 100 days for that to fully mature. But each day it ticks along, you will get 1% of your allowance. So if you're expecting 100 diamonds at the end of 100 days. If you've served 20 days, you can claim 20%, so 20 diamonds. But there is a timestamp on that participation. So each day at 2 p.m., it'll tick over to the next day of the protocol. If you come in at 2 minutes past 2, the next day is when you will be able to claim your 1% of your allocation. So these participations in diamonds are time stamped. So if you feel that you want to be able to buy the mine and be one of the first to be able to claim, you do need to be in early. Now, why would anybody need to do that, Utah, or want to do that?
To claim their tokens early?
Yeah,
several different reasons. So you have your weekly diamond exchange pool. It's going to have Ethereum in it that goes every 7 days, and you need tokens to participate. So you're either going to have to buy them off market or people will have to claim. Now, 7% of your maturity, 7% of your tokens might not be enough. You might be like, well, I'm not doing that for 7%. So what will you do it at? Will you do it at 21%, 28%? So it's kind of a game. It's like, okay, I'm either going to have to claim some of my mints to participate in this, or I'm going to have to market buy. Yeah. And also the first staking payout is day 88. So there's going to be people that will claim 87% on day 87 and go into that staking pool because there's going to be ETH there. I mean, there's going to be ETH in all these things. Someone's going to go get it. Yeah.
And then I suppose as well, the thing that I'm thinking about too is if the important thing that I mentioned about the timestamps on these things, the timestamps for all those things you're talking about might not be that important because you've got days, weeks and months. But if there's an opportunity for selling, if there's an opportunity for profit, that might be the one reason where if you start a miner early, in the day, the next day, if there is a crazy profit in such a short term, or that when a day ticks over, if you're in early at that day, then you'll be able to claim before everybody else that kind of allocation, maybe get more tokens into your hands before other people. Now, the only reason I'm saying that is because this thing, like Utah's mentioned, 100 days before your miners in diamonds fully mature. It goes in a 1-to-1 ratio with Blaze, and there's not going to be a lot on the market at all. If you imagine, even if people come in and participate in this protocol, and they are putting in because remember, you put in whatever Blaze you put in, you have to match it with Ethereum values. You put in $100 of Blaze, you've got to match that with $100 of ETH, and that $100 value is what you're getting. You'll get the equivalent amount of Blaze in diamonds. So if you're waiting 100 days for that to fully mature, anybody that wants to get their hands on diamonds tokens early is going to have to forfeit such a massive percentage of the supply that they would get at the end of their miner. Now, what that does is, and that those diamonds get burnt forever. You claim your miners early, the rest of the diamonds goes poof and never even really comes into existence. And that's where the scarcity is built into this. So it's going to be hard to get your hands on a lot of diamond tokens at the beginning. And not even just at the beginning. If the protocol is performing well, that's going to just continue.
Yeah, it's extremely scarce. And there's so much game theory. So say the first couple weeks, say the first 3-4 weeks, nobody wants to claim early to enter the diamond exchange and compete for that ETH. Well, they're going to have to buy it off market. So if they buy it off market, then that pumps the price, which now takes your ROI even higher. So now if people are in profit after just a while, just a few percentage in to their miners, if they're in profit, they can sell and go right back in and compound and make more miners. So there's a lot of different ways this can play out. So I'm really excited about it.
Sorry, I was just looking to see if yeah, the fucking oh, the bam burn does look like it's been switched off. Oh, fucking hell. Sorry. I was just checking it while you were talking there.
Yeah, I'm checking all my telegrams and there's a lot going on right now. So yeah, it's hard. I'm getting distracted to tell her because I opened that chat back up, so I'm kind of trying to keep an eye on it and that. And so far, it's looking pretty clean as far as the bots go. So I did put a delay in there to where even if a bot joins, they can't talk for the first 10 seconds. So seems like it may be helping. So I guess we'll see.
Oh yeah, just see. I was just checking the Dragon X chat. It's definitely been switched off already. Anyway, Tom saying there finally a lot is going on. Look, yeah, absolutely is a lot going on. We've seen that. We've really seen that today. And diamonds coming tomorrow. We're gonna be streaming pretty much every day for the next week or so, just because there are so many moving parts to this diamonds protocol. Okay, Utah, just on this, how to buy Titan X at 14% discount. Buy X28. I think it's going to repeg when Diamonds launches. Okay, do you want to touch on the decision to launch on X28, to make the main LP with Diamonds on X28? Do you want to give us a little bit of a description as to why that decision was made and the potential for it? And we've seen some of that already.
Yeah. So we believe in X28. And if, as a collective, builders and community, if we support X28 and we bring that price up to where it's at a premium better than Titan X and we can hold it there, then people holding Titan X in their wallets can start transforming Titan X to X28. It's the same thing. But when you do that, you burn 50% of the supply. So we can burn a shit ton of Titan X if we pump X28 and get it up there at a higher price than Titan X and hold it there. Man, as a community and as builders, man, we could burn a shit ton.
Yeah. So Diamonds is going to be paired when that LP launches tomorrow, and it will launch before the DApp goes live at 2 p.m. It's not going to be a big, thick liquidity pool, but it will be launched before the DApp at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, Diamonds X28. And we've already seen, so what we're hoping is that, we've said this for quite some time, when the launch of Diamonds, we hope to get it back, X28 back up to parity. We've definitely seen a few pumps of people buying X28. And some things lead us to believe that it is part of people getting ready for the launch of Diamonds, because to market buy, the market buy tomorrow, you would need to have X28. You can't buy with ETH; it will route through. You can't buy with Titan X, but having X28 it puts you in a much better position. And then again, just even people getting ready for providing liquidity with Diamonds, whatever it may be, a few different reasons why we believe it's starting to help get that peg up. What do you think when it launches, Utah?
I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, it should carry X28 up with it if it pumps, because it's paired together with it. So it doesn't take a whole lot to pump X28 right now. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm excited for it.
What we are putting a lot of buy pressure on to X28. We mean to through the protocol. So whenever you participate in Diamonds, you can just come along with ETH and nothing else. If you put ETH into the system, half of that ETH goes towards your mine, and the other half will market buy Blaze. And those two in equal measure will be used to create your diamond mine. And the ETH will go one way in the system, and the Blaze, most of the Blaze will get staked in the Blaze protocol to earn fees, or sort of earn ETH rewards from Blaze for the participants. But 60% of the ETH that comes in will be stored in, hover over this here, the add to LP. So 60% of the ETH that comes in will be stored up, and that will be like a buy and add to LP. So that will sit as buy pressure. That ETH will sit as buy pressure. It's kind of funny the way that works. There's so much. When this thing goes live tomorrow, you're going to see some really cool shit you haven't seen before. It's a lot of moving parts, but that ETH is going to sit in here. You'll be able to click in here and have a look. Actually, give me 1 second here. I have the Diamond Crusher. What's the Crusher? Give me 1 second, folks. Sorry. The Diamond Stockpile. Okay, I'll bring this up. The Diamond Stockpile. Why is that not at me? Okay. See that okay? Yeah.
Yep.
So the ETH, like I say, 60% of the ETH that comes in is going to come in and sit here as an ETH balance. Now ignore these, ignore all the logos and stuff. This will be much clearer tomorrow. But the ETH is going to sit there and a BAM burn, and people have to come in and call the ETH to buy Titan X, and then down here they'll be able to call the Titan X to buy the X28, and then they'll be able to call the X28 to buy diamonds and stick it in the LP, add it to the LP. So you can see there's the funds have to get moved along this chain by the users. So look, ETH, new ETH into the Titan X ecosystem, brand new ETH coming in, is going to buy Titan X. That Titan X is going to, when X28 is worth less than Titan X, it's at a premium, it will buy it off the market. So there's where the buy pressure for X28 comes. At the minute, there's nothing out there really providing any buy pressure to X28. That changes tomorrow when Diamonds goes live. 60% of the ETH will sit, it'll buy Titan X, then it will buy X28. And then from the X28, it will then go on to buy Diamonds and put it off the market. Now, whenever the value of X28, when it gets back to parity and slips over the price of Titan X, at that stage, the Titan X won't buy X28. It will be swapped for X28. It will be exchanged to X28. And that's where you get that 50% burn on the Titan X. So I've been saying this a lot lately. There's a lot of things into this protocol. People aren't paying attention. They probably, and I don't blame them at all. They look at this and go, "Oh, frig, here's another BOT protocol," and they can't. One may not have funds to play in it. Another, they can't be bothered to take the time to learn and just ignore it. But there's a lot of things in this protocol that we have not seen before, and that's just a little bit of a sneak peek at the diamond stockpile, as Rich calls it, that will just store up that 60% of the ETH and sit there. Look, and that again, this can be activated and deactivated. I don't think it can be switched off, but it can be turned right down low so that the funds can be cranked up to use and turned down to save, depending on what's going on and what's more beneficial to the ecosystem.
Yeah, it's used to maintain a positive ROI on the miners. So when the price is high and the ROI is high, it may not even, it will only go like once a day, I think, is the minimum that will actually do it. So when price, market buys are coming in and prices is high, it'll just stockpile.
And then when the ROI and the protocol starts to slip down, then this thing can be cranked up to try and keep the ROI positive. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
You want to keep a positive ROI on your miners. That's the main objective.
All right. Nice.
So on a side note, tomorrow in the Blaze Telegram, I'll be in there probably first thing in the morning, doing a live, so anybody can come jump in, ask questions, and yep, I'll be doing that while Rich is pulling the levers and doing what he needs to do for the launch. So we'll be around if you guys have questions.
Yeah, I mean, just quickly, Utah. I mean, okay, so tomorrow this will look slightly different. The design of it will be more in line with this design. Let me see if I can pull another one up quickly. Yeah, so here is an idea of what you'll be looking at when you come to mine diamonds tomorrow. If you have Blaze already and you have ETH already, you can click this ETH and Blaze, and you can select the amount of Blaze you're going to put in, and then it will kind of auto calculate the amount of ETH you need to match that based on the market prices. Yeah, and then that's it. Or if you don't have ETH and Blaze, you can simply just click ETH here, and then from there, like I say, if you put in, for talk's sake, 1 ETH, you put in 1 ETH, that half of an ETH will then go and market buy Blaze off the market to create your miner. So tomorrow this DApp is going to have, it's going to look a lot more like this kind of style. Just if you come to it tomorrow and it doesn't look like this, don't be scared. And I'll say this at the minute: whenever we're prepping tomorrow, we'll be putting out a tweet, just letting people know kind of when things are approaching. But like everything, official contract addresses, official times, official links will all be posted on the Blaze X account first. That's where everything's it'll go there. And then after that, we'll post it in the Telegram and pin that message in there, in the Diamonds chat, in the t.me/Blaze DeFi Telegram chat. But the place you're going to see everything first is going to be the Blaze X account. And just a heads up for people, the site will be the same one, diamonds1111.win. But the link to that, if you're ever unsure, the link for that is pinned in the Blaze X page right here. Diamonds1111.win. So just be careful. Usual thing. Stay safe. All that kind of stuff. Stay safe. Don't. We'll be posting the Diamonds contract address. Right. It'll be posted and pinned right here tomorrow. That's the first place you're going to see it. Contract. Just see Hopley. That's why I'm covering it, because Hopley's asking there. So contract address for Diamonds. Yeah, tomorrow. As I say, the LP with the you can see here. We've already showed you, like, you know, contracts and projects have a buy and burn. We looked at that. You know, the diamond stockpile, the buy-in LP ad has a lot of different things here. You know, ETH to Titan X to X28, the buy-in ad. The buy and burn works in the same way. We've got the buy and burn is going to work in the same way. We have auctions. There's a weekly auction for ETH in the system as well, where people need to buy diamonds off the market or end their miners early and compete in a 7-day Ethereum payout pool. So auctions, so we've got mining in this thing, we've got weekly auctions in this thing, we've got the LP ad, we've got the NFTs, we've got the buy and burn, and then, like everything else, we have the staking contracts. So there is there is a shit ton of things going on in this protocol, and that's why we've got probably about a 2-hour window where we're going to be launching these things. The devs are going to be working and launching all the different parts, so that we're kind of anticipating that the beginning of launching some of these contracts will be around 2 hours before we put this DApp live. We're going to have everything up and running by 2 p.m. tomorrow, but the deployment of contracts will begin at about 12 o'clock, about 2 hours before. And during that time is when the LP will be created as well. So there's no set time at the minute. Just if you're interested in trying to market buy, just stay active in the Telegram. Keep an eye out for things, and do not pay any attention to anything that anybody says outside our Telegram or what we actually post to our Twitter page, because there's a lot to get through here tomorrow to have this thing live by 2 p.m. UTC.
For sure. And I would just like to add, as we get through the earlier days of diamonds and we start, getting down to the day 88 payout for staking, you are paid in Ethereum and you're paid in Blaze. So you get 50-50 of each. So it makes it really easy just to take those rewards and go right back in and start more miners. So, if you want to play a longer game, there's a way to do that. And it comes from staking and getting those rewards.
Yeah, so tomorrow, as I say, the DApp will look slightly different. In fact, I have an image of what it will look like. Sorry, let me share that for people to get an idea. It will look like this tomorrow. Maybe not so much, but just down the bottom. But your Diamond Vault, the Diamond Certificate Store, the Diamond Exchange. The Diamond Exchange is this will be where the weekly competition for the ETH payout pools is. You go in here, you want to mine. The Diamond Vault is the staking. So this is the Diamond Crusher. This is the Diamond LP ad. And then you go in here, there's a shit ton of stats and things in here as well. So if you watched the stream last night, Titan X Utils are also building some simulators to help you calculate what might be the best play in this protocol. But I think that might not be live for a few days. So anybody has any questions, pop them in the chat. Anything else we need to cover tonight, Utah?
I don't think so. I mean, look at that page, dude. Rich pulled out all the stops on this protocol. The UI is unlike anything you've ever seen. the tokenomics, there's a million different ways to play this. And I mean, the way that he went the extra mile with the Titan X utils to get those stats, like, we spared no expense on this protocol, and it's got something for everybody. And we think it's really going to be beneficial to the users that come and participate, and it's going to be beneficial for the whole ecosystem once we start buying X28 and we pump X28. So yeah, super excited about it.
You know, we've built this as well so that whenever the bull market is kicking off and we're getting new participants coming into Titan X, or, you know, we will get new eyeballs coming in here. People don't have Titan X, don't have X28. And that is exactly why we have these features built in, you know, where you can just come in and use ETH and nothing else. But a really important thing to remember here for all you guys that are here and kind of understand and know what's going on. If you imagine to market buy diamonds, look, we can't emphasize enough how scarce the diamonds token will be at launch. The fact that if you want to get them early, you've got to put money into the system and sacrifice so much of that volume that if there's an ROI early, so many of the diamonds that have been bought, so to speak, or mined and paid for to be mined will just disappear. So the scarcity is real. But market buying, you know, you have to have, there's a hop along the chain to buy ETH to Titan X to X28 to diamonds. So we will have on the DApp, I think it's actually in the stats page, there will be I think Rich was going to get a link put on the front page, a link into just market buy diamonds that he's had the devs build an oracle that will track all the prices, and you'll be able to do a straight swap in the DApp for putting your ETH in to get to buy diamonds off the market, rather than having to go and check different DEXs and all that. You'll be able to do it direct on the site here. But the thing again that I want to head back at is, okay, the scarcity of Blaze at the minute. There is 75% of the Blaze tokens staked. Most of them are staked for 2,888 days. A lot of the tokens that are in people's hands at the minute seem to be in people that have been banned over the last while to participate in diamonds, or people that have been holding them long term that have already had a chance to dump. We have seen the Blaze price pump 5.5x from fairly small amount of buy pressure. Okay. But look, every time somebody comes in to participate in diamonds with ETH, half of the ETH is going to go and market buy Blaze. We had a look at it. I mean, we had a look at it yesterday. Let's take a quick look at what the figures might be on something like that today. Now, Titan X pulls Blaze up with it, obviously. But look, you know, that's fucking insane, actually. Looking at today's buy and sell volume on Blaze, it's up 32% with technically $100 of buy pressure. It's a bad example today because Titan X has pumped so much. But look, $900 of buy pressure pumped this thing something like 18% a couple of days ago. Now, $1,000 of buy pressure can pump this liquidity pool pretty damn hard. So if we start to get a lot of participation, and if people do decide to come in and throw $1,000 into a miner, $2,000 into a miner, whatever it may be, if somebody comes in and throws $5,000 worth of ETH to create miners, that is 2.5K of buy pressure that can pump this thing pretty damn hard. Again, when we say these things, they're what ifs and what mights, but if they happen, they can be a reality. We've seen this thing pump 6.5x from the bottom in just a few weeks, with the only buy pressure being people wanting to participate in diamonds. What about when diamonds goes live and it automatically starts to put money in to market buy the token? So yeah, people who have stacked Blaze so far could be in an epic position.
Yeah, there's tokens available in the auction right now. So if you're in the Titan X ecosystem, which you probably are if you're watching this stream, so if you're familiar with the Titan X ecosystem, you might want to check the Blaze auction first. if you're looking for Blaze tokens, to
Yeah,
go
so
into diamonds with. Check the auction first, see if there's a deal for you, and you know, you might be able to get more tokens versus just market buying.
yeah, so like at the minute today, you can see here. So okay, so just in case people aren't aware that we said there's about between the LPs and the stake Blaze, there's about 80% of the total locked off the market. There's very, very few Blaze tokens circulating in user hands. Now, each day, under 6,000 tokens are available in the auction. This number that's available every day ticks down by 0.08% per day. So, it started off on day 1 at 8,888. On day 5, 503, we're already down under 6,000 per day. So at this minute in time, you're getting you're getting a lot more Blaze than you would if you went and market bought. So this ROI is you're getting a 3x better price in the auction at this minute in time than you will if you go and market buy. Now, when there's a lot of activity and interest in the Blaze token, as we have seen lately, this ROI does usually come down very, very low. But you can check this tomorrow. This ends tomorrow morning. So we've got 10 hours and 32 minutes left of today's auction. If you're in the UK or Ireland, that ends at 9:40 tomorrow morning. So you can come then and check if there's still a better deal on Blaze tomorrow morning. Or if it's maybe by then, it may be a better opportunity to market buy to get your Blaze tokens. But some days there's a really nice ROI gets left on the table. Even a couple of days ago, Saturday morning, there was about 25% discount in the auction than there was to market buy. So there are other people that come into this auction and kind of throw their money in first to put a stake on, just to put a stake in and guarantee that they're going to not get tokens. Sometimes they do scare people off and other people don't bother participating. And that's when the ROI sometimes gets left on the table through the auction. So definitely if you don't have Blaze tokens, keep an eye on this Blaze auction each day where you might be able to pick up some tokens at a premium. And if not, then you can just market buy. Okay, so if you're coming tomorrow to participate in Diamonds, 2 p.m. UTC launch time. If you're ever unsure how long there is left before this thing goes live, just go into the NFT page and the countdown timer is in here. I wonder, probably maybe that this might get added. Maybe Rich has got enough on his plate. The Dead's got enough on his plate to even bother putting the countdown timer. We're going to be posting it all over X tomorrow anyway. So if you've just got ETH and you want to throw in a few miners on day 1, that's fine. If not, and you want to get your hands on some Blaze and put in half ETH and half Blaze, then you might want to start looking at where you're getting your Blaze from. So tomorrow when this thing goes live, you will be able to mine. As people are mining, money's going to go into the staking contracts. Money's going to go into the auctions. Money's going to go into the buy and burn, and funds are going to get added into the diamond stockpile that would add LP. So fireworks, we're hoping for fireworks in the contract in the LP as well, because as I say, a portion of all the money coming in for miners is going to go into these auctions, into this 7-day auction. The Diamond Exchange, this building here, the Diamond Exchange. So after the first 7 days of the protocol, people are mining, they're waiting 100 days. The only diamonds tokens are the ones in the LP. People are going to have to buy those tokens to throw into the auction to try and get a share of that ETH. This is another buy and burn that's built into the system. When you come along every single week, there's going to be this auction available for ETH that's in the protocol every 7 days. But to get your share of it, you have to exchange your diamonds for the ETH in the pool. And when you exchange your diamonds for it, the diamonds disappear. they never come back onto the market. So especially at the start, we're putting a very small amount of diamonds into the LP. People are going to have to buy those pretty much to get in to get this first share of this first 7-day auction. Any diamonds that go in to get that ETH disappear. so many ways in this protocol that diamonds, even when they get created, do not hit the market.
Yeah, that's the key. Even if you went 1-for-1 with Blaze, it would still be a very limited supply. But one miner climbs early, and just like that, you're less than Blaze. And I think there's going to be a lot of that going on. So, and then plus people got to go in and crush, doing the diamond exchange. So there's not going to be many tokens, man.
Oh, I'm laughing. It's just in the Telegram. Oh my God.
Are they going off?
No, it's just. Sorry, I'll share it here now. 1 second.
All right.
Fucking hell. It's just like, come on. The sentiment, just people's sentiment and the things, the way some people talk, and watch. I'm gonna put this. I just took a screenshot of a chat in the Dragon Telegram channel. You see this? Ian says the demons. What happened, Hunkler? It's over. It's over.
Yeah. We went from we are so back to it's over. Just like that.
It's over. Better than that, the next comment was a bull trap.
Bull trap. Oh my God, that's awesome. We're creating our own bull traps. Oh shit. Oh, that's great. Oh, I love it.
Quality. Never, I say this all the time. Never a dull day in crypto. But yeah, we get one hour of bullishness, and apparently it's all over.
Well, it's nice to get those little shots of hopium, and you see the power of the ecosystem. You see what little economic energy it takes, and you see how the bonding works when everything starts running. And that's just a little taste of what it's going to be like when we get a true alt season.
Yeah, indeed. All right, I've got a video here. I haven't seen this one yet, and this is today's video from from Young Stunners. I haven't actually seen this one yet, so here we go.
I need more dirt on this Diamond boys. Has the audit come out, Vitalik? SBI Securities got the goods. 8 pages of clean slate. No critical cracks, no high-stakes heists waiting. Check. Codes tighter than a vault, structured like a pro job. Too polished for a fresh gem. It definitely sparkles, all right. Suspiciously so. Even Minister Mike Dean has given the team a thumbs up on Titanex Hub.
So the system effectively has ETH and Blaze. I think that's a good idea to do it that way.
That was pretty good, that one. Enjoyed that.
Yeah. Got Mike Dean in there, the little robot.
Yep.
It's awesome.
All right, I'm going to play another one here. I fucking love this one.
Look, folks, this is huge. We start going to put tariffs, big tariffs on ETH. We're going to make people buy diamonds. Diamonds, the best, the classiest. It's all about the diamonds now, more valuable, more powerful. Everyone sits talking about it. We're making buying and crushing, buying and burning great again, folks. Really great. November 11th is coming. It's a whole new game, folks, a winning game, the biggest. Believe me.
Diamonds will be very scarce in the market. Blaze is already pretty scarce on the market. So we're hoping for fireworks between the two. Diamonds 11:11. What have we got? 15 hours or something to this protocol kicks off. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, super stoked. Super stoked. I think that little bit of hype that we got, with Dragon X doing some buying, I think it's good for us, man. I think it's good for the launch. Get people's spirits up a little bit. It's been tough in Titan X. Oh, sorry, I said it, Ali. I'm not supposed to say it. It's been challenging at times.
What was it you said the other day? Less than favorable.
It's been less than favorable recently. Yes.
So, yeah, prices. The pump's still holding up pretty good. Still holding up pretty good. Helios hit 50-something% earlier on. So I mean, it's still looking pretty damn good. The thing is, and especially this, you know, we're obviously looking at Blaze a lot, but Blaze was already up a fair bit on the day before the massive pump happened. It wasn't pulled up just as hard as many of the other coins, but look, it's not actually dipping again as many of the other ones. You know, I think we were already at about 30, maybe 28% on the daily before all this stuff happened. So we weren't pulled up as much, but we haven't dipped as much. You know, Hydra did a double. It's already pulled back. Where were we? Morph again. Morph had pulled up. It's retraced about 50%, and what it pumped, it was up 75%. It's back down to 35. You know, it's great to see this happen. It's great to see the ecosystem and everybody get a little bit of a pump and a little bit of excitement of what's to come. But the reality is, in Blaze and what we've been building with diamonds, we've been enjoying these fucking green candles and these massive bubbles on the daily for 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, we completely turned Blaze around so far. You know, with just the announcement of diamonds and getting closer to launch. So I think, man, the way Blaze and diamonds work together, I'm telling you, people probably don't really understand it, or maybe haven't taken the time to really look. But if you do, you're going to see what we got going on here, and this is something really special. This is unlike any other protocol you've seen. So
yeah, it's because that it is built on top of Blaze, and it's using Blaze's daily auctions and the 6,000 at the minute, the 6,000 tokens coming out every day, and the max supply, the max amount that you can mint of diamonds is tied to that inflation of Blaze, which is not a lot, especially in dollar value at these prices. I mean, 6,000 tokens coming onto the market per day is maybe only worth about $1,500, something like that. And that's after we've kind of already pumped the 5x. You know, there was days there where you could get, you know, not that long ago, you could get the whole amount of a daily Blaze auction with like $350. Insane. And even at the minute, it's not a lot of dollar value that we need to capture to sell out the Blaze auctions, which then helps to pump diamonds and just pumps, the two of them, work very, very harmoniously together. So it's exciting time to see what happens. We've went through the theory a lot. Everything seems to be lined up pretty damn well. We've had a hell of a run, not only in price, but in sales of NFTs, and people turning up to the streams, and community support. Everything over the last 3 weeks has just been moving in the right direction. And this pump today is, you know, probably a great thing for us the day before we launch, that it gives everybody in the ecosystem a reminder of what we're all here for, what we're all expecting to see, and why we've all stuck it out this long. And, you know, if the bottom is actually truly finally in, there is no better time to be launching a protocol and pairing it with X28 if we have seen the bottom. And if today is a taster of what is to come, holy shit, the timing of 11/11 could be absolutely perfect.
yeah, and if you're here now and you're watching this stream now, or you're watching the replay, just know that you have a very good opportunity to grab an early position in a protocol that I believe is going to do very, very well. And you can be here before retail and everybody else starts coming in. So being early sometimes is very good.
Yeah, so like, I mean, that shows you folks, and, you know, Blaze, it's not going to say unaffected. Yes, it's been pulled up by this But look, this daily candle hasn't retraced any. So anybody that's actually been buying Blaze today is 100% holding it for the launch of this thing tomorrow. You look across the ecosystem. Let's have a quick nosy across the ecosystem at Wix on charts, Wix on daily candles. Look, nice wick there. People taking profits. Helios. A little bit of pumpage coming back in again. So I'm not scrolling into that. It's too tight. What else have we got? Turbo. That's not even the real turbo. That's an old turbo of Ethereum. Fucking hell, my hydro chart's gone. Where is it? Another bad example. Volt. I wonder what Volt done today. Okay, Volt, yeah, again a little bit of a sell-off, whereas Blaze has had no sell-off at all. And obviously that's just basically because we've got this protocol launching tomorrow. There's a big reason to hold on to your Blaze if you get some. Let's see. The Zen had a massive pump earlier. Yeah, even its liquidity's grown quite a lot here today. Back down. Yeah, it's retraced 25% of what it pumped already today. So yeah, Blaze, like I say, I'm happy everything in the ecosystem is pumping, but we are not selling off. We're not selling off anytime soon. Before the launch of this thing tomorrow. All right, anything else we need to cover?
I don't think so. Tune into the Blaze Telegram tomorrow, and we'll be in there answering any questions. Get ready. Get your Blaze ready. Get your ETH ready.
See Tom saying that was sick. I wonder which video he was talking about, the Trump one or the one with Mike Dean in it. Some of them aren't as good as others, but some of them are absolutely friggin' epic.
Yeah, I like them all, man. They're all good.
Okay. I feel like we've been streaming for nearly 2 hours already, so yeah, definitely actually should wrap it up. But I'm just kind of hoping that I haven't left anything important out before, streaming the night before launch. Rich isn't here to say what he wants, anything that he would want to, throw in his final comments and things. I'm just hoping that I haven't missed anything out. I hope we've covered enough on the stream of why Blaze is where it is, how these two protocols can work well together, and why we've been performing so well of late and what we've got lined up for tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully I've covered anything. If anybody has any questions before the launch tomorrow, t.me/Blaze DeFi. That's the Telegram. We're chatting in there, answering any questions. So Utah, before I do a wee kind of wrap up, anything else you want to add before I kick you off?
Let's fucking go.
That's it. It's not hold the line anymore. It's let's fucking go.
Yeah, hold the line was before the green candles. Now it's let's fucking go.
Oh, nice. All right, okay. All right, man. I'm gonna get. It's gonna be a busy day tomorrow. It's already nearly 11:30 at night here. I actually popped on early because I was gonna do a nice short stream and get to bed. Yet again, it sucked in the middle of all the pumpage and excitement. So I've been here a little bit longer than I was hoping to. But yeah, gonna get to bed early. Gonna be a very busy day tomorrow. So.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for streaming. We appreciate it. Let's get this show on the road, get some sleep so we can get this baby launched. Oh, look at Tom. Let's fucking go.
All right, Utah. See you tomorrow.
Okay, have a good one.
Take it easy, man. All right, folks. Yeah, covered a lot on the stream tonight there. We didn't even really do a deep dive into the protocol, just kind of hitting on the key things of why things are going well, what's looking good, you know, how and how to participate. If you've watched this tonight and you have any questions, like I say, pop into the Telegram and ask. But on the Blaze channel on YouTube, we have covered this. There's a deep dive with Mike Dean from Saturday. There is a deep dive from the Blaze team about 2 weeks ago. Either of those would be a good stream to go back and watch and learn. Where in both of those streams, we talk through the flow diagram when people participate in the system, where the funds go, how the funds are utilized, all the different ways that people can participate. But to keep it nice and easy, you can just come along tomorrow and start some miners. And yeah, and that then when you're in, you can learn more as you go, as you know, auctions start to begin, as staking starts to come alive, as the LP starts to fill up, as the band burn starts to fill up, as the price does what it does, as the Blaze price has an effect, as the Blaze auctions start to pick up or ramp down, whatever it may be, you'll be able to, when you see all these things happening in sync, it will be much easier to learn as you go. Okay, so look, not financial advice, anything we've said here today. This is our protocol. We have built this for the ecosystem. We have built this for us to make money, hopefully for you guys to make money, and hopefully everybody to make money from this protocol. And a lot of time, effort, and love has went into it. You know, we're open to have an effect on the Titan X supply, on the X28 price, all these things. We're here building and working our asses off for the community. So get behind us tomorrow, share and like our tweets and things to help us get more participation in the protocol. And yeah, go back, watch a couple of streams, and we'll be putting out all the information people are going to need to know tomorrow about launch times, about contract addresses, and also we'll be streaming then tomorrow night, the usual Tuesday night weekly Blaze stream. We'll probably crank that up earlier than usual, and probably end up talking a lot longer than usual as well. So look, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. We have seen what can happen in the Titan X ecosystem when the BAM burns get fired up, when the community sentiment starts to pick up. We got a little glimpse of that so far today, and I really, really hope it continues. So there's no more holding the line. As Tom says, it is let's fucking go.
Diamonds are forever, the crown jewels keep. Diamonds are forever, locked whispers of the sea.